they are strong. Their imprints are upon the soil of Africa. My fingerprints could cover every surface. I have used them to build this country and this continent. And still, I use them to build the future. I use them to make a difference, to provide for others and for myself. I use them to nurture. I use them to teach, to learn, to reach, to yearn, to comfort and support. I use them to rebel and to conform. I use them when I'm happy, when I'm angry, when I'm excited, and deflated. With them, no task is too large, no challenge impossible. With them, I can make wonders happen. I can dream. I can innovate. I can strategize and grow. These are my hands. They are over 100 years old. Yet still, they are strong.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Philippa Tumuwena, and I'm what they refer to as a program director. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start this event, allow me to introduce to our guests of honor. We have with us this evening the chairman and the members of the board, PPC Cement, the members of the PPC Exco, and our CEO, Darrell Castle. Our host this evening is the architect and director of the PPC Imaginarium, Daniel van der Merwe. I must also acknowledge the presence of the judges and the curator of the PPC Imaginarium 2017. Lastly, but most certainly not least, all the finalists in the PPC Imaginarium 2017, who, ladies and gentlemen, are the reason we are here this evening to celebrate innovation and creativity. Now, just some quick housekeeping. I've got 4 points. First, there are 2 exits from this auditorium. These will not be illuminated in the case of an emergency, but I can guarantee you that an efficient and friendly ushers and watrons will facilitate your exit in the unlikely event of an emergency. Second, restrooms can be found to the side of this auditorium. They are accessible from the foyer. Third, for your pleasure and at your leisure, we invite you to make use of 2 fully stocked bars in the foyer. You would have seen them as you came in. On offer, we have a variety of grape-based drinks. Some are sparkling, others are not. We have an assortment of soft drinks, zero drinks, and if you really have to, we also have filtered water. Canapes, ladies and gentlemen, small dinner, will be served in the foyer after the presentation that we're going to have in this auditorium. Lastly, even though we encourage you to engage actively and continuously our watrons and ushers, we ask that you do not consume drinks or food in the gallery. Thank you very much. Without further ado, let's get on with this evening in what promises to be a night filled with innovation as we celebrate the creativity in design and the arts. To start and to bless this evening is our host, Daniel van der Merwe.
everybody. It's wonderful to see such a wonderful turnout tonight as we celebrate the third round of the Imaginarium. The Imaginarium, PPC Imaginarium, as you know, builds on a legacy of 22 years of the PPC Young Concrete Sculpture Awards, which was established as a premier award for sculptors in this country. And 3 years ago, PPC took a decision to open the categories to all the main design disciplines in South Africa, and that was considered to be architecture, sculpture, industrial design, jewellery, fashion and film. And as such, I think what we're seeing today is a platform which not only celebrates innovation and creativity in South Africa. I'm very happy to tell you that it's become the biggest platform of its kind in South Africa. We had over 900, and I know that Philippa will embroider on that, but over 900 submissions, out of which we had to choose few finalists. So I think it's really set the bar for innovation and for creativity in this country. It's certainly set the bar for PPC as a cement company in a way that we can showcase the versatility of cement and concrete as a material, and in a way that we can allow artists to innovate and to experiment with what we consider one of the most versatile materials in the world, namely Portland cement. So tonight is a night of celebration. We're here to celebrate our finalists, and the night belongs to them. I think you will agree with me when you see the exhibition tonight in the gallery that the work is outstanding, and it gives me great hope and fills me with optimism for the future of this country when I see what our young designers are doing, the practical solutions they come up with, the social commentaries that they make about us as a society. It's one of the most positive things that I've experienced in a long time in a country where otherwise we're filled with doom and gloom. So without much further ado, I would like to call our CEO, Daryl Castle, to the stage. Thank you, Daryl.
I'm not quite as tall as you, Daniel, so I've got to turn this down a bit here. Welcome, everyone. It's a great turnout tonight. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting night. To members of my board who's here, my chairman, welcome. To the judges, to everyone else, welcome here tonight. PPC is a company that's 125 years old. Pretoria Portland Cement. So we're the oldest cement company in South Africa. We probably are, and I've said this a few times and no one's contradicted me, so I'm going to say it. We're probably the oldest cement company in Africa and probably also in the Southern Hemisphere. So we really have a long and proud heritage as a cement company. And in fact, PPC obviously used to stand for Pretoria Portland Cement. Of course, nowadays, it doesn't stand for anything. It's just PPC, and it stands by itself as our name. And that's because part of our vision now is to be a world-class provider of materials and solutions. So that talks to the fact that we think that there's more than just cement. People don't buy cement because they want cement to stand in the corner and look good. They don't buy cement because they need to prop something up with it. They buy cement because they want to make something from it. They want to create something from it. And the world's changing. The world's changing very, very quickly. We've got issues like carbon emissions and all sorts of things that are happening in the world around us. And we've got to be aware that cement is one of the most versatile building materials that you can use. But its uses are going to change. It's not just going to be the same. I keep reminding myself, the Stone Age didn't end because we ran out of stones. So we've got cement, and we've got to find new and different ways to use cement. And that's why at the core of our strategy, behind our vision, we have 5 pillars, but the central pillar is innovation. We've got to find new and innovative ways to run our business. And that's finding new uses, finding new products. We've got to understand our clients and create the products, the new products that they want. But more than that, we've got to create the products that they don't even yet know that they want. So there's a lot of work for us to do. Of course, as a company, we're entering a very, very exciting time as well. A lot of our new projects that we're starting in Africa are just starting up right now as we speak. We're commissioning in the DRC. We are commissioning in Ethiopia. We recently started in Rwanda, and we've built a new factory in Zimbabwe. So we are trying new things in new places in our continent. And to succeed, we've got to be innovative and we've got to be creative. So I arrived at PPC just over 2 years ago, and I barely knew what I was doing, and I was sitting there within the first couple of weeks, and Daniel pitched up, and there was some stuff on my desk, and he said, "We've got this Imaginarium thing," and he tried to explain it, and I was like, "What? You know, this is art, this is not cement." And in any case, I came here 2 years ago, and it was incredibly exciting, and for me, it epitomized what I could see at the time the company had to do in terms of using cement in its different forms, thinking differently about the product. And so sponsoring and assisting and nurturing an event like this, I think, is central to us. It internally in PPC, it represents that which we're trying to get our staff to do, and it's the culture in which we want our staff to be operating. And to the people out there, we want to be known and associated with a product that can be used across many different applications. So everything that you see here tonight epitomizes what we're trying to do. And I really must congratulate Daniel. It's a fantastic event. Just in the 2 years I've been here, I mean, it's really grown, and the turnout here tonight is fantastic. I tried to get a sneak preview of the finalists and some of the art, but they wouldn't let me in. I didn't want to pull rank, but they wouldn't let me in. So I'm excited to see what's out there. Thank you. You've done a fantastic job. So from PPC, let me congratulate you and thank you for that. And we hope that this event continues to grow. It's a fantastic event, and I hope you all enjoy yourself here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you to Daniel and Darryl. Okay, so no embroidery on the submissions for this year. I'll just go straight to it. There was 492 entries in 2017 for PPC Imaginarium, which is quite a lot. Thank you. Of these, the judges had to select only 53 finalists. It's quite a big thing for a judge. And the judges truly believe and would like to be mentioned that every finalist tonight is actually a winner. From 452 to 53 is quite a feat. Thank you very much to all the people who submitted for PPC Imaginarium 2017. However, PPC, and maybe it will grow, can only award one winner, and if possible, one commendation in one of the 6 categories that Daniel mentioned earlier. And tonight, what we're going to do is announce the winners and the commendations in those various categories. In our first category, Daniel, and if you could get ready. So what I'm going to ask is when Daniel announces the winners, if you could come up, receive your certificate and your prize, and then walk off on the other side. So I'm not part of this whole process, I just read things. So the first category is sculpture. Doubt Queuing is an artwork aimed at being the voice of a voiceless, subjugated society. The artwork represents the strength of a hoping community, a slight agitation in a queue of promises that seem to have been extended from the year of social equality called democracy. And the winner in this category is?
It's Mzikolo Makalima. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. He's got himself a 50,000 Rand prize.
Imaweka explores a particular aspect in the life of twins. Within the context of the isiXhosa culture and the traditional belief systems, twins have to observe a specific ritual in which they have to throw silver coins into the sea to appease their ancestors before they can bath or swim. The commendation in this category goes to?
And it's another Xhosa name. Sonwabiso Nkai. You got yourself a 15,000 Rand prize.
The next category is jewelry. Time is a precious thing that cannot be saved nor overused. It cannot be fast-forwarded nor paused. It's priceless, and yet it's free. Alfaga is inspired by the passage of time and the unbreakable and inevitable stages of life. It consists of 3 different parts that elaborate on the process of life, demonstrating how every life form changes from its beginning to its prime to its maturity. And the winner in this category is?
I would like to call Zanele Vilikazi.
Ms. Vilakazi is not here. The necklace is a modern-day abstracted rendition of the Rosetta Stone, and its style is influenced by ancient Egyptian pectoral necklaces and collars. Cyberglyph represents commonly used contemporary computer programming languages, namely Python, C#, and F#. The logos of these programs are deconstructed, and the resulting elements are used to generate a glyph-like motif in silver, inlaid with PPC concrete and accented with a few gemstones. The commendation in this category goes to?
I would like to call Alex Ashton to the stage. How are you going to spend your 15,000 Rand?
Materials, more materials. There's always more work to do.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The next category is industrial design. The possibility of creating a pair of ultra-thin sunglasses that push the perceived boundaries of cement-based products was realized through 3D modeling and desktop prototyping. The piece can be adjusted to individual user-specific requirements. 2 concrete circles suspended in a 3D printed bridge create the main body, and this can then be connected to interchangeable temples. The winner in this category is?
Ladies and gentlemen, could Andre De La Rey please join me on the stage? So how are you going to spend your 50,000 Rand?
No idea.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Inspired by the graffiti cartoon that originated during World War II, Kilroy was here as a mysterious doodle found most commonly in public restrooms. Kilroy resurfaces in the PPC Imaginarium 2017 in the bathroom, again, as a sleek accessory, a storage shelf for toilet rolls. And the commendation in this category goes to?
I hope Dion de Lange is here tonight. And that's the toilet roll holder. I think it is a very original interpretation. Thank you. And I love your concrete bow tie. Is it a concrete bow tie? Yes. Show the audience. Isn't it fabulous?
The next category, fashion. Using modern technology, digital printing, the designer is able to create wearable garments that reflect the true beauty of cement and cement bags. She has incorporated both digital printing as well as the use of upcycled cement bags and physical cement to create 3 ensembles. The winner in this category is?
I think she flew up all the way from Cape Town, so I hope she made it. Cara Jade Besaidnout. Don't you think she looks fabulous? How are you going to spend your 50,000 rand?
I've got some student loans to pay off.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Through the use of PPC cement, this work aims to build a garment that represents the building of our society. The commendation in this category goes to?
Chepo Sizwe Kokojo. What are you going to do with your 15,000 rand?
I think I'm going to invest more into making more art now.
Good for you.
Our last category for this evening, film. Using simple line drawings, the stop-frame animation film depicts the story of a little boy who comes home from school one day to realize that his cat is gone. The underlying thought of the story is this: imagine anything. And the winner in this category is?
I would like to call the team of Ben's Ladder to the stage.
And for the highlight of tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the announcement of the PPC Imaginarium 2017 champion. The champion for tonight is Mr. Makamela for his sculpture Doubt Queuing. Thank you very much, Daryl and Daniel. Thank you. This evening did not happen by itself. Several people worked very, very, very hard to put together what is truly a celebration of innovation and creativity in design and the arts. On behalf of the PPC Imaginarium, I'm obliged to acknowledge and thank the chairman and the board members of PPC Cement, the CEO of PPC Cement, Daniel van der Merwe, the architect and director of PPC Imaginarium, the judges for the PPC Imaginarium 2017, who generously gave of their time, energy, and expertise. University of Johannesburg Gallery and Theatre, and the University of Johannesburg Gallery and Theatre, the curator and her incredible staff who have graciously donated this venue and continue to offer their support to the PPC Imaginarium. The Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Architecture, Design. I used to work there, I don't remember this. The Faculty of Arts, Design and Architecture, there he is. Professor Freshke, who's here to join us this evening. Stephen Hobbs and Trinity Sessions for managing and curating the exhibition, which will be in the gallery next door. Mpo Doon from Love for Food, the caterers for this evening. Thank you for your unwavering and accommodation and understanding, even when things went a bit wonky. And finally, a very, very big thank you for all the designers and artists that have and continue to submit amazing work to the PPC Imaginarium. Every single entry that you submit was and is a representation of the innovation and creativity which allows for PPC Imaginarium to legitimately claim and own their commitment and support for design and art in South Africa. Thank you very much. The end of this, we invite you to explore the gallery next door. The doors will be open when you leave this auditorium, and experience what we believe is a truly spectacular display of innovation and creativity in design and the arts. Please note that the films of the finalists in the film category, the S3, will be screened in the auditorium up until 9 o'clock, and they will also be shown on a big screen in the gallery. Ladies and gentlemen, your presence and contribution tonight, whether it was through a text well written, a word well spoken, and or a submission well given, means that we at PPC Imaginarium are able to make this evening a celebration. Thank you very much. Lastly, before you all run off to the gallery, I would like to announce that the website for PPC Imaginarium 2018 just went live. Please do submit.